Good day everyone, I'm Davey Julian from BTLD2B. Now we're going to discuss about corporation as a form of business ownership. Now what is corporation? Corporations are a form of ownership that is legal entities separate from its owners. So this creates a limited liability for all owners, but results in a double taxation on profits, first as a corporate income tax, then as a personal income tax when the owners take their profits. Second, corporations tend to have an easier time raising capital than sole proprietors or partners in large part due to the greater source of funding made available to them, such as ceiling stock. So however, this does result in greater government regulations for corporations, such as requirements for more extensive record keeping. In addition, setting up a corporation is much more difficult, requiring more resources and capital to cover expenses and create legal documentation. This ownership form is best suited for fast-growing or mature organizations that have owners looking for limited liability. Third is a corporate structure is perhaps the most advantageous way to start a business because the corporation exists as a separate entity. So what are the advantages of corporation? First is limited liability. Limited liability, the shareholders of a corporation are only liable up to the amount of their investments. The corporate entity shields them from any further liability, so their personal assets are protected. This is a particular advantage when a business routinely takes on large risk for which it could be held liable. Second is source of capital. Source of capital, a publicly held corporation in particular can raise substantial amounts by selling shares or issuing bonds. This is a particular advantage when its shares trade on a stock exchange where it is easier to buy and sell shares. Third is ownership transfers. Ownership transfers, it is not especially difficult for a shareholder to sell shares in corporation, though this is more difficult when the entity is privately held. And the fourth is perpetual life. Perpetual life, there is no limit to the life of a corporation. Since ownership, it can pass through many generations of investors. And the last one is pass-through. Pass-through, if the corporation is structured as a corporation, profits and losses are passed through the shareholders so that the corporation does not pay income taxes. So what are the disadvantages of corporation? First is double taxation. Double taxation depending on the type of corporation. It may pay taxes on its income, after which shareholders pay taxes on any dividends received, so income can be taxed twice. Second is excessive tax filings. Excessive tax filings, depending on the kind of corporation, the various types of income and other taxes that must be paid can require a substantial amount of paperwork. Third is independent management. Independent management, if there are many investors having no clear majority interest, the management team of a corporation can operate the business without any real oversight from the owners. Fourth is extensive paperwork. And the five is conflict with stockholders and board of directors. So here are the example of corporation in the Philippines. First is San Miguel Corporation. Second is Nestle Philippines, Shell Philippines, SM Investments Corporation. And the five is Unilever Philippines. So what is the importance of corporation? Corporations offer the strongest protection to its owners from personal liability, but the cost to form a corporation is higher than the other structures. Corporations also require more extensive record keeping, operational processes, and reporting. So thank you for watching and God bless.